it. So go ahead and have a seat down on your mat. Everybody go ahead and mute, and we'll start. Let's go ahead and sit on the block today and take the block, and if this isn't comfortable for you, adjust yourself as needed. But the long way between your sitting bones, and allow your hips to sink down onto the block. If possible, the knees together and the heels kind of pressing into the block, but if that's not gonna happen for you, that's fine as well. For right now, place your hands on top of your thighs and press gently down at the kind of the tops of the thighs to give a little space between the hip and the thigh and lift your torso up. So again, at any time you want to come off the block and go into any other seated position, even child's pose or on your back is fine. But if you're sitting upright, tuck the tailbone underneath you, bring the crown of the head to the sky, and just broaden up through the collarbones. And there's a gentle pressure of your hands just to kind of allow the pelvis to sink and create a little bit more space so that we can lift a little bit more upright. Not a lot of pressure, just enough gentle pressure. And just start to breathe top and bottom and side to side. And fill up completely, fully, deeply. And just observe the breath and observe your body during the breath, during the breathing. How does it move? What does it need? What doesn't it need? And start to slow down. So continue taking the breath, but we'll start to move our body a little bit more. So bring your hands to your heart center to start. And if you are one that sets an intention, set an intention for your practice. And if you just want to be an observer, be an observer. Either way, allow stillness and softness to come to the breath, or not so much stillness, but softness and sweetness. Continue with your breathing as you stretch your arms over your head and hook the thumbs one on top of the other. There'll almost always be a habitual way to hook the thumbs, so it's okay, take that. And then as you take a big breath in, open up your chest a little bit more. Maybe the arms move back a little bit, your back kind of arches. And then exhale, pull the belly in and round, almost like you're gonna dive into a pool. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your heart, pull your thumbs apart. Exhale, round and curl. If this is anything too much, don't bring the arms overhead. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean to the right side. Inhale, lift up and lean to the left side with the emptying of the breath. Do that 2 more times on each side. Just lift up and over like there's a ball underneath you. Up and over. And we'll do it 1 more time on the right. And 1 more time on the left. And then come all the way back up. Let the arms come down. Tuck the chin down to the chest. Walk your hands back behind you. Come onto your fingertips and broaden your collarbones. So it's like you're pushing the floor down to push your hips forward. Take your left arm outside the right thigh. Right arm towards the left thigh or left hip. And just look over your shoulder. Inhale, return through center to the other side as you exhale. And let's go ahead and do that 1 more time to the right side. Come back and take it to the left side. Use your breathing. And then come back and take your right arm down 1 more time. Take your left arm up. Stay here, or maybe even lift your hips up off the block. It's early. And come down. Don't go into your biggest, or don't even think about going to your biggest extreme. Take the right arm up, left arm back. Lift your chest, or maybe lift your hips. And then come on back down. Very gentle. Inhale, bring the arms overhead. Exhale, hinge forward, walk your hands forward. Push the heel of your hands towards your knees and create a little bit more of that cat position again. And then push the heel of the hand forward and extend your spine. So just another round of cat-cow we're going to get even more movement in a moment. And I want you to keep doing the cat-cows as we do. Start to engage more movement. Come up onto your hands and knees and take it into your traditional cat-cow on your hands and knees in tabletop position. Arch your back and round your spine. Good. Now move the block as you're doing this. You can move the block. And then find your way into neutral. Separate your knees a little bit more and just move your hips from side to side. Give a little bit of swaying to the hips as you make some circles in one direction. Go big or small. You know, if you need to still modify, stay with that. And then go in the other direction. And then go forward and back. Drop the hips down. Push the hips back. Drop the hips down, so getting even bigger ranges of motion. Now releasing the hips a little bit one more time. Go down. And come back up. Walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Step your right leg back behind you. Keep it in line with the hip rather than behind your other leg. Press the top of the left foot and shin down. Lift your right leg up off the floor. Square your hips. Breathe. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen out of the hip. And then bend your right knee towards your right shoulder or elbow. And step your right foot outside of your mat. Turn your right toes to the right. Walk your hands to the right foot. So it's going to look like a kneeling warrior 2 pose. Right? So right hand and the right foot should be kind of in line with the left knee. You can use a block under your right hand if you'd like. Take your left hand in the air and just hug your knee in towards your shoulder. Lift up, breathe. So push from the bottom up, so your right hand should be on the inside of your foot if you can more. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, now look down at your right foot and inhale, come up. You might want to move the foot forward a little bit and just sink into the warrior 2 position. Breathe, reach in 2 directions. Stretch your arms out nice and long. Hug your heel towards your left thigh. Okay. Inhale, release the left arm down. Exhale, take the right arm on top of the leg or left on the block again and take the left arm all the way over. Good, inhale, reverse again. So come back, keep dropping through your right hip. So keep pressing your knee forward. And then go back to the right arm down, left arm overhead. Good. Inhale, come back up to standing on your knee. Straighten your right leg, turn the toes forward. Reach to the left, left arm down, right arm up, and perhaps over. Oh, nice long stretch. Fingertip to toe tip. Good, press down to rise up, inhale. Right arm on the inside or on your block of your right thigh. So you can use the block on any height. There you go. Lift out of your waistline. Should feel nice down that side body. Good. Inhale, come on back up. Just move the block forward, arms up, and then bring the hands down. Walk the hands forward. You can tuck your left toes under. You can also sit back towards a block. And, oh, geez, towards your knee. Sorry, just got a sharp little pain in the knee. Okay, that was fun. All right, sit back towards your heel. Good, I won't do it again. I won't make that mistake twice. And then come back up from your seated position. Take your right leg back behind you and take it over to the left side. This might feel good, E.T. Hug your hips towards each other. Good, breathe. So instead of, like we did yesterday in the curtsies, guys, don't stick your hip out to the side, come back to the center. We're not going all the way with this one, come back to the center, lift your right leg back off the floor. Exhale, bring your right knee to the floor. Take a couple of cat-cows here. And then come back to center, step your left foot back behind you. You can even roll on the toes a little bit. And then press down through the right top of the foot shin. Lift your left leg off the floor, hug your hips level. Then bend the left knee to your left shoulder or tricep. And then with the bent knee, you're going to step your left foot to the outside of your mat. Grab a block and have it nearby if you'd like it. Bring yourself forward a little bit, left hand on the block, right hand in the sky. Good. Open up the chest, the shoulder, and keep, pressing into the left. You don't want to press into the knee so much, but you want to get your hip forward. Breathe in, breathe out. Use the hand on the floor to elevate the waistline. Take another breath, look down. Good, inhale, rise up. Right arm down, left arm up. Press through that left leg. Good. Inhale, left arm on the thigh, right arm up and over your head. Exhale. Inhale, come back. Reverse. Exhale, side angle. And inhale, come on back up. Stand up on your knee. Straighten your left leg and turn the toes forward. Inhale, reach to the right side. Exhale, right arm down on the floor of the block. Left arm up and over. Good long stretch from fingertip to toe tip. Inhale, rise up. Left arm comes down, maybe on the block. Maybe on the floor. Breathe. Inhale, rise up, arms out. Exhale, hands to the floor. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, sit back towards your heel, maybe on your heel, maybe on a block, and just keep reaching the arms forward. I'm going to take that next inhale to come back up. Hands under shoulders, take your left leg in the air behind you. And then swing it around to the right side and hug your right hip to the midline. So, like I said, just similar to the curtsies that we did yesterday. Pretty sure it was yesterday. Well, your hips might tell you that it was yesterday. And then come back to center, lift the leg up. Inhale. Exhale, place the knee down on the floor. Open your knees as wide as the mat, touch your toes together, and sit into a child's pose. Reach your arms forward. Gets a little warmer with movement. Walk your hands all the way over to the right side. And all the way over to the left side. Inhale, walk yourself back to center. Exhale, push your hips further back. Inhale, rise to your hands and knees, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Walk one leg, then the other. So I think, Elizabeth, you might have said you were a Bikram person, so you may have never seen a downward facing dog. So come on back to center and just find your place in stillness. Biceps by the ears, heels towards the floor, chest towards your thighs, hang your head and shake it out, yes and no. And then look forward towards your hands, walk your feet to your hands, come to the top of your mat, and bend your knees a lot. Let your arms just dangle in between your thighs, let your head hang down. Always have your blocks nearby so that you can use them at any point on any height. Now, bending the knees, you can easily get your hands to the floor in front of you. And then let's take the hands behind the back, interlace your fingers. Palms together, push the knuckles up and back, and look halfway up, come halfway up with your torso, and then send it forward as you exhale, then begin to perhaps straighten the legs a little bit more. Mine don't go straight. Head down towards the floor, breathe. Good. Now, just use the strength of your arms, press firmly through your feet to roll yourself or rise up to standing, and release the arms forward, back and around. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. Reach the arms down by your side. Feet are firmly grounded to the earth. Big toe, little toe, ball of the foot healed. Calves push towards shins. Tailbone tucks under. Collarbones broaden. Crown of the head to the sky. Open your eyes. Stretch your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Open, fold, or any other way. Hands to floor, shins, or blocks. Inhale. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot to the back of the mat, lower the knee down to the floor. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead and push your hips forward. Exhale, lower your hands and tuck your toes, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Inhale, shift to a high plank. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, lift into low cobra, elbows in by your side. Exhale, hips to heels, toes top, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank once again. Exhale, bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and remember you can go back to what we did first time. Exhale, downward dog, or you can even keep your knees on the floor and go to down dog and skip the whole thing. Look forward, right foot comes forward, lower the left knee, or lower the left knee to get the right foot forward. So that's the easier way, the less difficult way. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the floor, tuck the back toes underneath you. Look forward, inhale, step together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms up. And then take that big swan dive, opening up your arms, bending your knees as much as you need to. Fold down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot to the back of the mat, lower the left knee to the floor. Inhale, stretch the arms up overhead, push your hips forward. Exhale, hands down, toes tucked, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Inhale, shift to plank. Exhale, knees down, chest down, arms by your side. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, seat on heels, toes tucked, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. You choose. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot steps, right knee down. Hi, Graham. Inhale, arms up. Hi. Exhale, arms down, tuck toes. Inhale, look forward. Step together, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Release your arms by your side. Inhale, stretch the arms up. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, fold your way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, knee down, because we all need a little warming up today. Inhale, bring the arms up, especially Elizabeth, really. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps, left knee lowers, or left knee lowers first. Arms come up, same breath. Exhale, hands down, tuck toes, look forward. Inhale, step together, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring the arms up. Exhale, prayer to the heart, release the arms. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Oh, we didn't go fold right down. Okay, so we folded right down last time. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back. Same thing we just did. Knee down, arms up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, seat on heels, toes tuck. Downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left foot steps, right knee down. Arms come up, that same breath. Exhale, hands down, toes tuck, look forward. Inhale, step together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, send a prayer to your heart. Release your arms and place your hands on your hips. Good. It's going to depend on where your camera is. Take a big step out to your right side or your left side so you can face your camera. I'll talk front foot, back foot rather than right and left. Or I might say right. Have a block at the back of your mat as well. And have your feet as wide as your arms. So your arms are over your ankles. Breathe in. Good. Feet are parallel to each other. Good. And now lower the arms behind your back. Interlace your fingers, knuckles down, heart lifts. Inhale. And soften the knees as you forward fold. Take the arms back and over your back, over your head for some. And shift the weight towards the balls of the feet so you are
not hyperextending through the knees. Let go. Shake out all tension in your neck. Take another breath. Good. When you empty the breath, release your hands and place them underneath your shoulders, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold in between your two sides. One more time. This time, grab your peace finger grip around your big toes. Look forward. And empty the breath as you pull yourself down towards your chin, towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands to hips, rise up to stand. Exhale. Good. Turn your back foot out to a clock in front of you, 12 o'clock. Turn your, now your back foot. So your other foot is going to turn towards that same clock. We'll read about 10 o'clock with your back foot. Open up your arms wide again. Now swing that left hip under so you're not here, right? And then bend the right knee, just like we did on the floor a while ago. Reach your arms in two directions. Energize your arms. You know, this is great. I don't know, Laura, if you like to, well, you know how to do this, but sit on a chair if you feel that. Could be great. And then gaze down your right hand or just straight ahead of you. I keep turning my head so I can see you guys. Sink a little lower. Good. Inhale, release your left arm down, right arm up. Exhale, take your right hand on the thigh, left arm in the air. So side angle, back foot firm. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, lift up and reverse. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up. One more time, reverse with a breath. Now this time on your side angle, take your block on the outside of your right ankle, any height. Keep your hand on the block, or you can keep your hand on the thigh if you don't have a block or anything to hold you up. Take your left arm, spin the palm towards the front of the room, which is now your your back foot, and then bring it over your head as you spin the thumb towards the ceiling and rotate the torso. Really press down into the legs. Don't lose your breath here. Breathe in and out. Hug the knee towards the arm and rotate through the torso. One more big breath. Look down. Good. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Exhale, straighten your leg. Turn your toes forward. Bring your hands behind your back and place the other hand on top. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften and fold. Arms up, head down. Good, breathe. One more breath here. Inhale, pull yourself back up. Exhale, release the arms, shoulder height. Inhale, turn your left toes to the front, or your front toes now, to the front of your space, and your back toes to 2 o'clock on the clock. Bend your front knee. It's going to be habit. Good. So the back leg is nice and firm. The thigh is parallel to the floor on your front leg. The arms are energized. Breathe in, breathe out. You should have a block at the front of your mat if you have 2 blocks. If not, you might have to grab the other block. Sink a little lower. Inhale, reverse. Stretch it out. Exhale, side angle, left arm on top, right arm in the air. Excuse me. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left arm on thigh, right arm up, lift out of your waistline. Carry the weight in your legs, not your arms. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, this time, choose to do the same thing, or put your block on the outside of your left ankle or your front ankle. Right arm comes up, and then overhead as the palm faces forward. Then rotate the torso, the thumb, and yes, rotate the torso. Left thigh, front thigh, parallel to the floor. Energy in the legs. Feel the heels of the feet helping to stabilize, helping to ground you, helping to support you. Take another breath. Bigger breath, bigger space. One more time, empty it out. And then inhale, rise back up, warrior two. Exhale, straighten your front leg. Turn to the side of the room and forward fold. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold, grab the outer edges of your feet. Inhale. And exhale, fold, head down, chest towards the thighs. Shake out your neck, yes or no. Inhale, look forward, hands under shoulders. Exhale, hands to hips, and inhale, rise back up. Open your arms again, the width of your ankles. Turn your right toes or your back toes to the back of the room. Shorten your stance with your back foot, bring it in once or twice. Again, try to avoid this hip hiking here and level out the pelvis. So think about pushing your left hip or your back hip towards your front hip. Breathe. Now move out of the waistline first, and then go ahead and bump the hip back again. Reach the arm down, take it onto your shin, your toe, the floor, or a block. I like it outside the right thigh or the calf of the foot that's in front. Triangle pose. Rotate the torso, stack the arms, the shoulders. Lift up space underneath the bottom of your waistline. So if you can't feel those ribs, you're collapsing into your thigh. Take another breath. Look down. If you're using a block, go ahead and grab it into the hand if you only have one block, and then bring it back up. Turn your back toes in, turn your front toes out. You should be short enough, but if you need to shorten the stance. And again, don't start with the hip height, start with it long, and then get the length out of the torso as you reach forward. And then bring that hand on the floor, shin block, anywhere you'd like it, as long as it supports you and works in your body today. Reach in all directions. Lift up, lift out. Go a little bit longer in all directions. Empty the breath. Inhale, rise back up. Face the side of the room. Exhale, fold one more time. Take your peace finger grip around your big toes. Look forward, inhale. And exhale, pull yourself down. Head down, hips up, elbows out, chest towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands to your hips. Rise up, exhale. Arms open. Widen your stance if you shortened it. Turn your back toes around again. Bend your back knee. Warrior two, inhale. Sink a little lower, exhale. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle. This time bring the arm on the inside. Left arm behind your back, or top arm behind your back. And some of you will take a full bind here. Open up your chest. Now if the full bind happens but the top shoulder pulls down, release the bottom arm. And just come into the side angle. And make sure that you're not dumping your body weight onto your arm, onto your thigh. Take another breath here. If you're bound, stay bound. If you're only half bound, stay half bound. And straighten your front leg. Good, so we're still in the long stance. Take another breath. Release the arms. Right arm down, or whichever arm down. Bottom arm down, top arm up. Look towards the front of your space. Bend your knee. Walk your hand forward or on a block. And begin to float your back leg off the floor. Turning yourself open towards the open side of your body. Whichever side that might be. So for me it was the right. Good, good, Elizabeth. Good. Nice look. Good work, guys. Nice foot, Karen. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, very gracefully, you can keep your left hand on your hip if you would like to. If you had a block, you're going to try to bring it with you. Soften the front leg just enough to step back right into the triangle pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Good, then inhale, rise all the way up. Parallel your feet, turn your front foot forward. Make whatever amends you need to here for warrior two. Take a few breaths. Arms energized. Really simple stuff today, just really basic. But work on your form. Bend your front knee, Elizabeth. Good. Now inhale, reverse. And exhale, bring your left hand inside of your left thigh. Right arm behind. And some of you will bind. Some of you will hold on to the thigh, the block,
or otherwise. Open up your shoulder, chest, keep the energy in the legs. Breathe in and breathe out. Stack, open the shoulders, one more breath. Good, now begin to straighten your front leg. Hold the twist. So your bound triangle pose. Breathe in. One more breath as you empty this next breath. Release the bind, whatever you have, and you can put your hands to your triangle. You're in a long stance, so if you need to shorten it, you shorten it. Good. Take another breath as you soften the front leg and begin to look forward. Decide if you want to carry the block with you and begin to bring your right foot or your back foot off the floor and open up for half moon. Flex the foot and really extend out of your hips. Breathe in. And yeah, so we fall sometimes. Looks good to you. Good. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Don't make faces. Take another breath. Good. You choose to have your top arm up or down on your hip. Soften the knee and the bottom leg. And step back gently to triangle pose. One more big breath. Good. Now this time as you exhale, face the front of your room, spin yourself around, and step back to plank. Pause in plank, shoulders over wrists. Go onto your left side, left hand, and side plank. You can also have the knee down on the floor. Pull the left hip up, and once again take the arm all the way over your head. Breathe. And exhale, hands to floor, plank, and just go to the other side. Stack your feet, lift your arm, lift your bottom hip. And then perhaps take the arm overhead. Stack, stagger, stack, lift, knee down, all good. One more big breath. Empty the breath, plank. Stay with straight arms, straight legs, shift forward, lower your hips. So an up dog without chaturanga. Back to plank, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Breathe in and breathe out. All right, lift your right leg in the air, bend the knee and open the hip. This is for you, E.T. Good. Now bring your knee to your chest, round and curl, everything. Then bring the knee towards your right wrist, shift forward. Bring your right knee to the floor. Tuck your left toes underneath you. If you'd like or need a little assistance here, a block under your right hip will help to level out the pelvis. This can also be done on your back. So look forward and then start to walk your hands forward. Pigeon. Good. So if your hips are nice and open, your front shin might be parallel to the front edge of your mat. If you're more like me and probably a bigger percentage of the population, your heel might be closer to your groin or you might be on your back. If you'd like to take a variation, take your left arm under your right and just maybe lay the back of your head towards the floor as the right arm reaches forward or even behind your back, maybe even grabbing your big toe. These were all, preferences. They're not must-dos, they're not can-dos. Just be where you want to be. See what speaks to you. 2 more breaths. And then as you empty the next breath, if you're bound or if you're twisted, come back, bring your hands down, and lower your hips to the floor. Swing your back leg around for a seated twist. So, seated twist, you can straighten out the bottom leg if you'd like or need. The left foot should be on the floor. Left hand behind your back towards the right side, right arm up, inhale. And twist over to the left side. Hug, twist, or bind, full or half bind. Lengthen, inhale. And twist deeper, exhale. This should also feel good. Okay, check out your left foot. The toes should be down on the floor. If they're not, just walk the foot a little bit more forward. One more big breath in the twist. and then come back and counter twist. Come back to center. Good. Lean back just a little bit. You're going to keep your left leg where it is and swing your right leg back behind you. Tuck the right toes underneath you. And again, a block under the sitting bone is super intelligent for our bodies to, level out. So you want to level out the pelvis. And again, if your hips are tighter, if you're suffering from any hip knee ailments, you're probably going to have your heel closer to your groin. You might be on your back. But if you are more open, then the front shin might be parallel to the front edge of the mat. They're all good. They're all right. Walk your hands forward. Keep the right hip pointing down. That's the hard part. So you might have to draw the heel back towards the groin, and again, you might be sitting on blocks, a block or two. And if you want anything else, you can slide your right hand underneath and lay on your back of your head. Reach your left arm forward. And, if you're compromised on one side, it might not go as easily. So for sure, I can't do it as easily as I did on the other side, on this side. Take another breath. And so if you're in any bind or rewind exercise, come back to center. Move the block to the side for a moment. Sit down on the floor. Swing your right leg up and around. Right hand goes behind you towards the left side. Left arm comes up. Twist, hook, or bind. Inhale. And exhale. And then return back to the center. Release your hands, release your legs, lean back. Come to your forearms. Bring your knees to your chest. Stretch your legs in the air. Flex point. Lift your chest nice and strong. And then lower just to your shoulder blades and reach your hands to your feet. Pull the belly in. Lift the hips off the floor and hold not your breath, but for 3, 2, and 1. Head down, knees in. Rock on your spine, make circles. And then reverse them. Come back to center, place your hands on top of your ankles or your toes or your shins and put your feet to the floor. Line up heel in line with your sitting bone. Right here, your back is probably arched, so tilt the pelvis now so that your pubic bone points up. If you can still hold on to the ankles, great. If not, you can graze your heels and then start to peel your spine off the floor. Walk your arms underneath your back, interlace. Press the bottoms of your feet down, especially that big toe. Press firmly through your feet. Take another breath. Point your hips up. Point your knees forward. Pull your heels towards your hands. Just imagine all that energy moving in those directions. One more breath. As you empty the breath, release your hands, upper, mid, lower back to the floor. And then hug the knees back to the chest. Cross the right leg over the left, grab ankles, shins, or toes. Open your arms to a T, inhale. Shift your hips right and let your knees fall to the left. Spinal twist. Any variations you want. And then uncross the legs, come back to center. Hug the knees to the chest. Cross left leg over right, grab ankles, shins, or toes. Open your arms, shift your hips left, and let your knees fall over to the right. Spinal twist. Uncross the legs, come back to the center, hug your knees to your chest. Give a really tight hug to the chest. Give everything you've got. Take another big breath. As you empty the breath, begin to stretch the legs out in front of you. Begin to stretch the arms over your head. Reach in your longest direction. Breathe. And then empty the breath and bring the arms down by your side. Bring your palms to face up. Let your hips splay open if you'd like to be supported by blocks, bolsters. If you'd like to be covered, take some coverage. And we'll be heading into our final pose of the day. The best pose, but sometimes the hardest pose. The one where you let go of everything that doesn't serve you. I will be signing off and leaving you in Shavasana because I think you deserve a long, enjoyable Shavasana. So as you start to surrender your body to the space, for you at home, stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy.